Assalamualaikum. In this video, I'm going to talk about the objective, problem statement, and where are we promoting our career fair. So first, I'm going to talk about the objective. The first objective is enhance your understanding of a career fair and its purpose. So, a career fair is an event that gives students and employers a chance to meet one another, establish professional relationships, and discuss potential job and internship opportunities. Many employers from a variety of industry attend, and they are both general and specialized career fair events. The second one is become aware of how to research employer and best prepare to attend one of these events. So, although your motivation for attending a career fair is to land a job, it is important to understand what employers are looking for and expecting to get out of the event. Most employers at a career fair are looking to fill entry-level position, which means they likely won't accept you to have a resume full of experience and lack work history. Instead of focusing only on your work history, it is important to be yourself and emphasize your soft skills, as most employers are looking for workers who are a good culture fit and have values that match their company. And the third one is successfully create and deliver an elevator speech. So, an elevator speech is a brief, persuasive speech that you use to spark interest in what your organization does. You can also use them to create interest in a project, idea, or product, or in yourself. A good elevator pitch should last no longer than a short elevator ride of 20 to 30 seconds, hence the name. So people think that this kind of thing is only useful for salespeople who need to pitch their products and service, but you can also use them in other situations. And the last one is recognize the importance of following up with employers. After you have a job interview, it is important to follow up and thank your interviewer for taking the time to meet. When you are selected for a job interview, it means that you are a serious contender for the job. That's why it's important to take the time to follow up every single job interview, including in-person and phone interviews, as well as second interviews. So that is the end of the objective. Next, we'll go to the problem statement. So the first problem statement is mass appeal. While some career fairs are tailored to a particular field or industry, such as engineering or education, most career fair features employers from a wide range of business and industries. To make it difficult to target which employers are worth approaching and which ones you will likely have nothing in common with. Next is limited quality time. Companies exhibit at career fairs with the express purpose of meeting as many potential job candidates as possible. Likewise, job seekers try to make the most of their time by talking with as many recruiters as scheduling permits. This limits the time you have to really learn about a company to effectively promote yourself. And the third one is making an impression. Quiet but otherwise qualified job seekers are often at a disadvantage at a job fair. You can be the most educated, qualified person around, but if you are shy or introvert, it can be difficult to make a good impression on a corporate recruiter at a career fair. And the last one is preparation tips. To make the most out of a career fair experience, be as prepared as possible. Read through the exhibitor list and carefully select employers to visit. Dress professionally and make numerous copies of your resume. Plan to spend the entire day at the fair to ensure that you meet with all the representatives you are interested in seeing. And lastly, to promote our career fair, I will share the advertisement and the banner at the social media platform like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and others website. Okay, I think that's all from me about the objective, problem statement, and where are we promoting our career fair.
Hi. What are the benefits of attending this career fair? We know that this is a special event where employers come to find, meet, and recruit for graduating students. So there are many benefits to be gained for those who participate. Amongst it is the opportunity to interact one by one with the interested employers. By that, you can practice and improve your networking skill. And then, you can establish a professional relationship and gather contact and information with the employers, because many employees will come from various industry. They will present here, so you can find and apply for various internship and job opportunity. And then you will gain awareness of organization and what position they are hiring for. You might possibly accept invitation for on-campus interview. Okay? So for the problem statement, we are doing this career fair online. So some can join and some cannot join if they have a low internet connection. So we will record this career fair. For those who cannot join or those who want to watch again this recording, this career fair recording, can find it on the team file. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Our virtual career fair will be held on 20 until 21st March 2021. On our previous meeting, we decided that we will do on weekend because majority of people free on weekend.
Our virtual career fair will using Microsoft Teams as our platform, and we will send the link to all participants.
Our career fair also have interesting activities such as webinar career opportunities for fresh graduate by our chairman, webinar CV rating by our secretary, webinar interview tips, do's and don't, quiz session, and lucky draw. Our program will start at 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. At 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m., all the participants need to register first through our company website. This is because we want to collect all the participants' contact number to create a Telegram group together with our company, so we can provide the link of virtual career fair and any important information. Also, after the career fair finish, we can share the video of the event that we already record to the group. So, whoever missed the chance to join the career fair can watch the video we record. At 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., there will be a webinar conducted by our chairman about career opportunities for fresh graduate, and followed by company session from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. After that, we will having a quiz session about electronic or IT, and at 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. there will be a lucky draw. Only a lucky person will be selected. The next day will start with webinar conducted by our secretary about CV writing. CV writing is to summarize all your academic, professional, and personal achievement in order to entice or interest a hiring manager when applying for a new job opportunity. A key component of a great CV is a personal statement that make individual stand out. So this webinar will help you to give a big impression on them and out. Also, a webinar about interview tips, do's and don't. The person in charge will give you a tips what you should do and don't during an interview. The interview is important because it's to determine if the applicant is qualified for the position for which you applying. Therefore, this webinar will help you to be more confident and prepare during the interview. From our previous meeting, our treasurer, Mr. Harris, said the total cost for this event is 509 Malaysian ringgit. It includes banner, promotion costs, gift, and others. The cost is reduced because we decide to do an online career fair.
Who can attend our career fair? There is always a common misconception that only a fresh graduate should attend a career fair. However, if you are unemployed, sophomore, senior or junior are also welcome to join our career fair.
By attending a career fair, sophomores and juniors can explore opportunities as well as ask questions about internship and job opportunities. Meanwhile, seniors, fresh graduate and unemployed commonly attend a career fair seeking for a full-time job position and actively network with recruiters during this event. We hope all the participants can enjoy and gain more knowledge from our career fair. Plus, it will become beneficial for all the participants and they can apply all the tips and knowledge they have gained in their future. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Megat Imran Hafiz bin Jamil and I am a chairman of my own company called Army Resilience Sdn. Firstly, I want to congratulate for your graduation since I know that all of you are mostly fresh graduates who are seeking for jobs for your future career. That is why you attend this virtual career fair. Correct me if I'm wrong, alright? For today, I will be giving some career tips for fresh graduates and guide you through each one by explaining each step. For the first step, you need to be strategic about your first job. View your first job as a means to accomplishing a specific goal. If you graduated with a general degree and aren't sure how it relates, no problem. Approach the first job through a self-exploratory lens to help you better understand your likes and dislikes. Find out what duties and responsibilities you gravitate towards. Working on short-term assignments is a great way to get a variety of experiences, and once you have figured out your niche, you can use this knowledge to assure employers that you know what you are looking for. Employers are much more interested in real-world application versus theories. So, if your goal is to get as much experiences in your field as possible, find a role that gives you a wide range of exposure. Next, the second step for you to do is to not commit to more education before mapping out a real career plan. For example, investing in a higher education even before you have done your vetting means you don't even know whether your major certificates takes you because you have not gone through the process of thoroughly investigating a company which suits with your career job. It is a fact when I say your major does not always translate into the dream job you envisioned in college. So it is best to take some time in before committing to more years of schools. Once you have done that, write down your goals and be honest to yourself. Is a higher degree required in order to take me to my final destination? Or could I get there sooner with online courses, night classes, or specialized certifications? Then and only then does the university of your choice deserve your money. The third step you need to do is seek out experts to guide your career journey, not mom and dad. Okay, don't get me wrong for this, but I am just stating the best tips for you younglings to be more aware on your choice of career by getting a real career counselor. Despite their best intentions, family and friends make bad career counselors. Sometimes when they want what's best for you, their advice comes from a place of emotion rather than logic, which means it is completely biased. So, be thoughtful and do some research. Get on LinkedIn and ask how they achieved their success. They will guide you through this process and help you grow your professional network. The fourth step is relying on science rather than intuition. Yes, science. It is something you used to hear every day in your education lives. This statement is backed by an underrated but incredible tool called career assessments or behavioral assessments. This is actually a true statement that surprisingly will help you to boost yourself in finding your skills, experiences, and behaviors if they are any relevant in the business world. There are some of them out there also backed by research to death data that employees use on their candidates in order to make better hiring decisions. For example, mine is made by DTI Success Insights. It uses your basic human tendencies, such as how you communicate with others and what motivates you in life, to tell you which work environments and occupations you are best suited for. For the fifth step is for you to think specialty. Being specialist is what you need to be in the talent world, as it will attract all kinds of attention towards you individually. Go to Indeed.com to find out what kind of specialty jobs are related to your desired field and are located in your area. Take note of the number of entry-level positions available. You will want to see a high number since that signifies a talent shortage. Look at the job descriptions and build the skills needed for that level. My cousin did this by working in one department of human resources while volunteering in another. This boosts his career by entire workforce level because of his diverse experience at such a young age. Lastly, the sixth step is to consider these in-demand occupations. Do you guys know Forbes? Forbes is a media and publishing company. Forbes Media is known for its magazine and list that ranked everything from billionaires to colleges. They just released 50 best jobs in America for 2021 dominated by tech careers, based on stats courtesy of one of the best on facts company, and none of them include doctor, lawyer, and teacher. Instead, physician's assistant, software engineer, and marketing manager were some of the highly touted roles. Be open-minded to new opportunities, research all the new and exciting jobs out there, and talk to people on the front lines. Believe me, your background is much more pliable than you think. That's all from me. Thank you very much for taking your time to listen. See you on the front side.
Hi, my name is Oninoira Binti Alinati. Today I want to share with you 5 tips do and don'ts in CV writing. You could be the most qualified candidate by far but fail to get the job because your CV does not meet the expectation of the hiring manager. Equally, you could beat better qualified candidates to the punch because you produce a sparkling CV. This is why a good CV writing is so important. If you can create a well-written, professional-looking CV that is tailored to the job you are applying for, your chance of landing an interview will increase markedly. Keep listening to discover our top CV writing tips that can make your job application stand out. Let's start with the do's tip. First, keep it 2-page. We are afraid there are very few acceptations to this rule. Perhaps if you are an executive with 30 years experience, you can go to the 3-page, but it should be 2 for everyone else. There are a few different types of CV format, but they all follow a formula. It should be relatively easy to stick to 2-page, especially if you eliminate well first. Second, tailor your CV to the job. Hiring managers are typically very experienced and can spot a generic CV in a heartbeat even though they skim application. Rather than trying to shoehorn in all your skills and achievements, focus on a select skills and experience perfectly match that role you are applying for. This allows you to expand on these attributes and show how you will be a good addition to the team. Third, choose the right CV types. We all have different work experience and background, so the traditional chronological CV is not for everyone. There are actually 3 commonly used CV types. First, chronological CV. This is by far the most widely used format and outlines your work experience and education. It is the best option if you plan to stay in the same industry and have no gaps in your work history. Second, functional CV, also known as skill-based. This CV puts the spotlight on your achievement and skills rather than on experience and education. It is a good option if you have a gap in your work history, are planning to change the career, or are just starting out in the workplace. And the last, combination CV. This format is a mixture of both a functional and chronological CV. It uses both work history and skills to capture the employer's attention. Fourth, follow the correct CV format. Start with the personal details. Include your name, address, and contact details. Personal statement. A well-written personal statement will help you stand out from the crowd. Education. Include details of your degree, relevant training, and professional accreditation. Work history. List your employment history in chronological order. Include dates, job title, duties, and responsibilities. Skills. List any relevant skills you have not mentioned so far. Achievement, hobbies. However, this CV structure not necessarily set in stone. You need to maximize the impact of your application, which may mean changing the layout. For instance, you might wish to highlight your experience, which means placing work history and above education. And lastly, choose the right font. Times New Roman is one of the most commonly used fonts, but you may find the Cambria or Calibri a better option for digital application. The ideal font size is 11. Remember, the hiring manager will be scanning your CV, so it needs to be nice and easy to read. Let's continue with the don'ts. Don't ever tell a lie, including events who call it white lies is a huge error. Hiring managers are more diligent than ever before when performing background checks. If you are deemed to be a suitable candidate, a draw-out check is likely and your deception will probably be uncovered. Even if you get the job, there's a strong possibility that the lie will eventually come back to haunt you. Worst of all, it is unlikely that the lie is the reason you got the interview or job in the first place. Second, including irrelevant personal information. You don't need to include your nationality, and you definitely don't need to mention your age. Although, employers are not legally allowed to dismiss your application based solely on how old are you. And you will never know if that's the reason they rejected you. Other needless data includes ethnicity, sexual orientation, health status, and marital status. Finally, never include a photo with your CV unless you are applying for a modeling contract. Third, forget to include a cover letter. You should attach a cover letter to your CV. Whether it is specific or not, it is the perfect way to reinforce your application as it allows you to expand on some of the things mentioned in your CV. However, it should not merely be a CV in a paragraph form. Fourth, include unnecessary reference. There is no need to include reference or even say reference available on request unless the job opening specifies it. You only have a limited amount of space to deal with, so why waste it on things you don't ever need? And lastly, type or handwrite your CV. This should really go without saying it. It makes your application look old-fashioned and outdated, plus the hiring manager may not be able to read your handwriting. That's all the tips, do and don'ts in CV writing. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Muhammad. Today I'm going to share some interview tips. So, number 1, prepare for the interview in advance. Before the day of your interview, you need to do a research and put thought into the interview question before you interview. Your interview will likely be able to tell you are well prepared. This shows the interview that you are interested in the position and their company. Preparing for the interview in advance can also help you display key skills and characteristics the hiring manager is looking for. For example, being prepared during an interview can show you a detail-oriented and organized. There are several things you can do to prepare for the interview, including researching the company and a position, also preparing answer to the question you expect to be asked, or preparing question to ask the interviewer. You can also print copies of your resume, decide what you will wear to the interview, and take care of your personal health by getting plenty of rest and eating well. Next, you will remain calm and confident. You know that confidence is essential to prove that you are knowledgeable and capable of the position you are applying to. It can also help you relax and remain calm throughout the interview. During this, will help you answer the interviewer's question clearly and truly. Staying calm and confident during your interview ensures that the interviewer they can be confident in you as well. If you are someone who finds speaking with new people to be challenging, try practicing with someone you trust and comfortable with before the interview. Doing this can help you eliminate nervousness and build your self-confidence. Remember, you are made it through the first round to be chosen for an interview, which means they are already interested in you. Trust your skills and experience to show when you are relaxed and your true self during the interview. And next, number 3, make a good first impression. It is important to know that the interview usually starts when you are walked in the door, not when you first meet the interviewer. Upon your arrival, you may be greeted by the receptionist or secretary. It is just as important to make a great first impression with the person who is greeting you when you are arrived as it is to leave you interviewer with a great impression. The interviewer or hiring manager may ask the greeter what their opinion of you was. To leave a great impression, make sure you smile, make eye contact, and are friendly to everyone you encounter before, during, and after the interview. Last one is use active listening skills. Throughout the interview, your interviewer will likely discuss important things about the position and the company, such as what your daily responsibilities would be or the type of culture the company has. It is important to show your interviewer you are interested in what they have to say and are actively listening. You can do this by paraphrasing things they say, repeating them back to the interviewer, and taking notes of what was said. Okay, that's all for me, and thank you for listening, and I hope you got some interview tips for your interviewer for the next jobs. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dasman. Welcome to our career fair. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give 5 tips for complete the interview. Please take note, I am not going to justify to be on time. A tips of you that much to be late, you don't deserve the job in the first place. Okay?
Tips number 1 is research the person with whom you meeting, such as with linking. If you know you're actually going to be interviewed with terms of like the person name to do research of them. You're not always going to know, but a lot of time they're going to tell you to be the meeting with why is or she is, whatever. Alright, do your research on them. Linking is the beautiful thing, and it is amazing research to get the putty a lot of info of a lot of people. Have the information in the back of your head. Alright, and if you can use any if did in the general flow of the conversation, okay, do it. Tips number 2 is all about making friends. When you walking into the establishment, I need you to be super charming to everybody, the receptionist, anybody who walk into the office, even the people if they are there actually for the same job. You talking, you engaging, you asking the question, you smiling, you being friendly, because you never know who are you talking to, and you never know if they're a specialist as the ears of the person they're actually eyeing you. You're in the room and interview is on the way. You need to make sure that you remember this number 3, which is to keep your answer short but concise. Not like 1 word or 2 words, but elaborate as much as you can. Don't area. Then you don't need to go. Keep it concise. Keep it consistent. Tips number 4 is all about utilizing body language in order to make great impression. This involves eye contact. That may you sit, your pose, the way you stand up, the way you walking into room. Tip number 5 is to have the list of the questions that you're going to ask. In the most interviews, the interviewer is going to ask you at the same point. Alright, by having the list of the questions that you prepare to ask the shows that you detail oriented and you're interested in that job. Now you have to told that you need to order to crush it. Congratulations and good luck.